Dear students, hello and how are you? This is the third session of our revision for the final exam. And now we are focusing on the writing session. This writing part is from Unit 7, Art in the Open, and it is Lesson 7, Writing, the how to draw a mural on the wall. The course is Impact 2, and this is for grade 8, and now we are in the second semester. Okay, let's start. You know our slogan, we are one team, together everyone achieves more. So it's better to help one another and cooperate. Yeah, what are our ground rules? Have a look at them. Okay, let's move on. The objectives of the lesson: to identify and use the elements of a process essay, recognize and use the phrases that introduce steps in a process, and then we'll analyze a model of a process essay, and then we are going to write a process essay by ourselves. It is about how to create a piece of public art. Okay, let's start. Look at this person. What's his job? What is he wearing now? Where is he? What is he doing? Please write your answers in the comment section. Yeah. He's holding a very big spoon and doing something on a piece of dough. Yeah, he's a chef. Excellent. He's a chef, and he's in the kitchen and he's trying to make a pizza. Excellent. What's he doing? What he should do after that? Do you think he should put it in the oven or should add something to it? Have you ever baked a pizza or a cake at home? Do you know how to do it? Or what did your mom do when she did it? When she baked a pizza or a cake? Think about it. Okay. So now we are going to see a chart, and on that chart there are steps involved in making a pizza. Yeah. First of all, gather the ingredients. Collect the things you will use to make the pizza: the flour, water, oil, butter, salad, whatever. These are called ingredients. Gather them. Then, or the next step, chop the vegetables. Cut the vegetables in small pieces. Next to that, put sauce on the crust. Crust means the piece of dough, the piece of unbaked bread. Step number 4, add the chopped vegetables on the surface of the crust. After that, add the cheese and at the end, bake it in the oven. When it is ready, get it out of the oven and eat it. These are the steps. These steps, when they follow the same order, they are called a process of doing something. So in the same way, you can use these steps to write an essay that explains how to make a pizza. This kind of writing is called a process essay or a process writing, which gives instructions or explains the steps in a process from A to Z, from the beginning till the end. So what is a process essay? Yeah, to understand the meaning, we need to fill in this piece of writing. Look here, we have these words: back, guidance, sequential, works, sequence, goal, explains. Read this piece, please. A process essay is a piece of writing that space how to do something or how something space by giving a step-by-step explanation. Such writing is structured around the space of providing the reader with directions or space. Most of the time, students write a process essays that discuss how to do something. Process essays are the recipes or technical brochures, brochures of essay writing. However, it is essential to keep the space of steps in mind. When writing a process essay, you shouldn't skip steps or attempt to go space and explain something. You must follow strict space order when giving directions. Okay, think about it. What are the missing words here? Let's check. A process essay is a piece of writing that explains, that tells you how to do something or how something works by giving a step-by-step explanation. Such writing is structured around the goal, the aim, the objective of providing the reader with directions or guidance, instructions. Most of the time, students write process essays that discuss how to do something. Process essays are the recipes, are the ingredients, or the technical brochures of essay writing. However, it is essential to keep the sequence, to keep the order, to keep the organization of steps in mind. Bear them in mind. Be aware of them. When writing a process essay, you shouldn't skip steps or attempt to go back. Means to go back, return, and explain something. You must follow strict sequential order, strict order, in order. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Don't say number 1, number 3, or number 3, number 1. No, follow the steps given when giving directions. Okay, I guess it's easy. No need to translate into Arabic. Okay. So now let's move to the words which we can use when we explain a process. First, number 1. Second, number 2. Then, next, after that, at the end, finally. These are the words which we use to indicate the coming steps. Okay. Now, use the link words and the phrases to connect the steps which were mentioned on slide 4 and introduce each step of making pizza. How to make pizza? Number 1, gather ingredients. First, gather in the ingredients needed to make a pizza. Vegetable, flour, water, oil, butter. We talked about it before. Then, how to put it in the sequential order. First, gather the ingredients needed to make a pizza. First, to take about the first thing in the process. Okay. Number 2, the second thing to do is to chop the vegetables, to cut the vegetables, to make them slices. And we use the word second to talk about the second thing to do in the process. Number 3, then put the sauce on the crust. Number 4, next add the chopped vegetables. After that, add the cheese on top of the vegetable on the crust. Okay, we can use then next after that to talk about the things you do after the first and second steps. Finally, last step, put the pizza in the oven to bake. Finally, or at the end, to talk about the last step in making a pizza. So whatever a process you do or you introduce, you need to use these words: first, second, then, after that, next, at the end, finally, similar words. Now, here is a process about how to make a pizza, and you need to read it and check for the steps. And on the right side, we have the following information. What are the main parts of a process essay? Number 2, match each part of the essay to its description below. Here, A, B, C are descriptions of the process essay. So we need to look at them and put them here in the correct order. Yeah. Here, the passage is organized, is well organized. But what I want you to do is to take the titles and to put them next to the correct paragraph. Introduction. Pizza is one of everyone's favorite food. Making a pizza is not as difficult as you think, but not everyone knows how to make it. This essay will help you, will explain how you can make a delicious homemade pizza in a few steps. This is the introduction. Now let's start with the steps. First, gather the ingredients needed to make a pizza. Just prepare a bowl, flour, salt, cooking oil, some water, sauce, mozzarella cheese, and some vegetables you prefer, you like. Put flour, salt, cooking oil, and water into a bowl. Then knead the dough using your hands. Means knead here, yeah, again, using your hands. When the dough blows up, becomes bigger, roll it to make a circle. This circle is called the crust. Second, prepare the sauce, then make a topping over the top, above the top of the piece of dough by grating the mozzarella. You mean grating? Use the grater to pure the mozzarella cheese and chopping the vegetables. Next, put the sauce on the crust and add the chopped vegetables. After that, add the mozzarella cheese. Some people like to put Parmesan and Romano cheese on first, then thicker mozzarella cheese. Finally, put the pizza in the oven you already preheated. You heated before, and let it bake for 15 to 20 minutes. When the pizza is done, it will have a light golden crust above. In conclusion, making a homemade pizza as delicious as a restaurant pizza is easy if you follow the steps above. It's really nice to make your own pizza. It tastes different. Actually, it saves money as well. You will save half price. So, here, the biggest part of your essay that explains the steps in sequence. Here, first, second, next, after that, finally. Then restate the importance of the topic discussed. Brief your reader on your topic, explains why you have chosen it. So here, brief your reader on your topic. This means in the introduction. Here, should go here. Restate, say again, the importance of the topic in conclusion. So here, let's look at the correct order. Introduction, body, and conclusion. in the introduction you put number C, brief your reader, summarize for your reader your topic, what you are going to talk about and why you have chosen this topic. Then this is the body of the process essay, the biggest part of your essay that explains the steps in sequence. Finally, restate the importance of topic discussed. Okay, now we know how to write a process essay. We start with introduction, briefing the readers with your topic and why it is important. Then the body of the essay, state the steps of doing the thing you are talking about. And finally, in the conclusion, make a brief or restate the importance of your topic. You see, first, second, next, after that, finally, in conclusion. These are the words we use in a process essay to see the order of writing. Now, you remember this image. It's from street art, or it is a mural as it is drawn on walls. This is a fence, maybe a school fence. You can go back to your student book, page 125, and look at the given process essay and find the steps there. Yeah, it is better to review it and find the steps of a process essay before we attempt the coming session or the coming part of the session. Okay, here, this is the question. Imagine you are going to create a piece of public art in your school or community. This piece of art could be inside the school or on the walls of your school from inside or outside, or in your community. Explain how you will create it in 110 or 130 words. Include the following: introduction of how to paint a wall, a paragraph that describes details of the steps to paint a wall, use word phrases and link words to connect the sentences. Conclusion that includes your overall opinion. And here is the criteria to follow. Cover the points, correct spelling, correct grammar, the punctuation, full stop, sentence starts with capital letter and ends with a dot. Okay, bear in mind these criteria when you attempt your process essay. Don't forget you have a model on your book, page 125. You can review it. How to draw a mural. This is a suggested answer. Murals are painted on school walls to make the place very exciting. They can also be done on wood or plastic. Murals usually have a message behind them or a theme. Here are some simple steps to create a mural in your school. Okay, you know a mural, something you can touch like a statue, like big images, big things you can touch with your hand. These are called murals. And you have graffiti. You know graffiti? Graffiti are the big drawings on walls. So whatever you want a mural or a graffiti, it is the same idea. You need to use steps. Here are the steps: introduction to the importance of your idea, and then you start the big paragraph with the steps. First, paint a base layer on the wall. After that, use the grid method to scale the design. Second, create an outline of shapes and sketches of the imagery. Next, add details to it like light and bright colors. After that, to paint a mural outside, you will need harsh paint that can resist the weather. finally add a protection seal coat. Conclusion. In conclusion, painting a mural is quite easy and it helps artists to practice their art and express thoughts and ideas freely. Also, it refers to our great history. Thank you, and this is the end of it. I guess it's very easy. You need to follow it and do it yourself. If you have questions, you can drop me a line in the comment section or contact me directly. Thank you so much and best of luck to you all.